ask me some of your toughest driver's education questions. Let's go ahead and get it. The first thing I think is a lot of beginners just aren't ready to take the test. If you're not ready to take the test, you don't need to go take the test. You need to be practicing with your mom, your dad, your significant other. You have to be able to make a perfect right turn. You need to look and check traffic left and right. You need to turn in the nearest lane. Always keep your turn as short as possible. I was reading some of the comments on there. Well, what if I can't turn in the first lane? You look, you check, you might have to go to the second lane. Use common sense. Next, if you're disobeying regulatory signs and signals, you're going to end up getting a ticket. Good morning. Hey, how you doing today? What's going on? This is Ask Myles Anything. Thank you for the thumbs up. This is Ask Myles Anything. We're talking about driving, things you need to know. Go ahead. I want to welcome you in. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate you, D. How you doing today? Also, if you're driving 10 or more over the limit, you're going to end up failing your test. Remember, when you're in that testing situation, you have to drive error-free. We understand that you're going to make mistakes. You're going to go too slow. You're going to go too fast. You might even go in the wrong lane. But I need you to take your time and learn everything that you can to improve. I want to welcome good morning to all of you. Next, a dangerous maneuver. You turn out in front of a truck, automatic failure. You run a light, automatic failure. You merge onto the freeway without a blinker and you cut off a truck, automatic failure. You're probably saying, why do you keep saying automatic failure? Because these are some of the things that a beginner driver, whether they're adult or teen, 5 under is okay, but I want to go any slower than that, because once you start slowing up the flow of the traffic, then you're going to become a hazard. Then you're going to become a problem. Then your teacher, your road tester, is going to start really watching you, and you're going to want to draw negative attention to your driving because you're really nervous. I like the question. Please put more questions in. Next, let's talk about stopping and starting skills. You as a beginning driver, you got to do your pre-driving checks. Come in, lock your door, put on your seatbelt, adjust your seat, then adjust your mirror. You want to look straight ahead, frame the rear window in the mirror. Your left mirror, you want to look straight ahead and look and check just like I'm looking now. Your right mirror, I need you to lean to the right and adjust that right mirror. You will be surprised how many new drivers, I'm talking about adults and teens, who don't adjust your mirror, and then you're going to make a lane change without even checking your blind spots. Then you're going to cut off a car, and that means potentially you fail. If you just joined the live, this is Ask Myles Anything about driving. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I want you to enjoy this. I want you to feel comfortable and ask me questions pertaining about driving. Smooth stops. If you want to impress your road tester, yes, I am a driving teacher. I've been doing driver's education over 24 years. I've taught teens, I've taught adults. I do have a business that we are starting to roll out driver's education lessons, online lessons, to help students who are disadvantaged, who don't have the means. Driver's education is very expensive. So I'm in the process of meeting some potential donors, business people who want to invest in the community. And if you invest in the community, you're going to have people learning how to drive. I'm going to help with social emotional. So yes, I am a state certified driving instructor, and ask those questions. Next, smooth acceleration. You never want to hit the gas and move real fast, because you're going to demonstrate to your road tester that you don't have control of your car. So you want to really make sure that you can help people. And I think by being an instructor, I get a chance to help people get to the next level of their life. Whether you're 19 or 18 or in your 20s or 30s, we all have a journey. Some people have had trauma. I almost said drama. We have drama too. Some people have had trauma where they've been involved in an accident. They don't want to drive anymore. They have anxiety. So it really just driver's ed. And yes, I'm glad you competed driver's ed. How are you doing? Are you driving? Are you getting in traffic? Are you driving at night? Are you driving in the morning? Please talk about a little bit of your journey. And are you subscribed? If all of you subscribed, it better be a yes. So if you're subscribed to my channel, put yes in, because I'm putting out more live content, more real life driving, dash cam diaries, teaching 101. Yes, all of that, I love it. And when you're active in the chat, I'll reach out to you. I'll give you a chance to be a moderator. So there are really some good perks. So I'm really trying to do some really high quality things. Hi, just a question. Do you know anything about Scott's Law or the move over law? Yes. Hey, how are you doing? The move over law. If there's an ambulance or a police officer or a tow truck, you should move over one lane to the left. If you can't, then you want to slow down. One-on-ones on what? Coaching for driving. If you click the link in the bio, I have a stand store. I sell digital products, road test prep, how to reduce anxiety, how to buy your first car. I'm talking about the road test in a Tesla. Is it okay to use the cameras? The answer is yes, but remember, every driving instructor, every road test will give you the rules that they want. Okay, yes, you can have a shout out. Hey, how you doing? What's up, Jay? What's going on, Jay? Hey, how you doing? Jay, make sure you're subscribed. So in terms of using Tesla and electric vehicles, when you're on the road, they will tell you what you can and cannot do with your cameras. I have a student who has the Tesla. We went for a drive in it. It's incredible with the technology. And speaking of me possibly getting that LLC or moving up, you want to make sure that you're safe. Cameras, mirrors are all good, but you still have to make a determination. Is there a car in my blind spot? Do I accelerate? Do I slow down? Right? Hi, I'm 12. I'm learning how to drive. Zimbabwe. Hey, how are you doing? We've been talking about Africa the last month. Northern Africa, Southern Africa. I love it. Please make sure you're subscribing. Please make sure you are leaving comments, because I really want to make sure that all of you are learning everything you can. And when you learn everything you can, you're really going to be successful. Let's keep it going. Next, let's talk about visual skills. Identify targets. Are you looking ahead? Just like me looking ahead. Do you see to the left? I'm looking to the left. Do you see to the right? I'm looking to the right. Are you checking mirrors? If you don't have eye movement, you're not really learning to drive. So as an instructor, as a coach, I'm sitting back observing you. I have a checklist I'm going over. Thank you. I really appreciate it. You're going to learn a lot of information, and I want to bring you value. My goal is to get 2 million views in about 30 days. I'm at 1.2, 1.3. So I'm going to be putting out a lot of content. I go live as much as I can. This is kind of a one-on-one with me. You can ask questions that are driving related. I'll give you best practice. I'll give you best answer. On the road test, what are some, okay, line your car up. Reverse back at a 45 angle. Turn your wheel all the way to the right. The car will go in at a 45 angle and turn the wheel back. You cannot be on the curb. You cannot be more than out 2 feet. If you're not on the curb, and you're not on out more than 2 feet, you're going to have a good parallel park. There's a coned area that in some states you will do your parallel parking, your stop line, and your reverse parking. Okay, I'm in the Midwest. You want to reach out, click the link in the bio. You'll be able to reach out to me, and then we can go from there. Driving, haha. One guy that makes sense. Hey, I do appreciate that. Always, right? Keep putting in a question. Right. Keep putting in. Next, I need you to search 15 to 20 seconds ahead. Okay, is it okay to make multiple adjustments during parking? If you're going straight and back, you won't be marked down. But if you keep turning the wheel, going left or right, you will be marked down. So you want to try to use as minimal adjustments as possible to park. If you keep readjusting the wheel, you will get a minus. So to answer your question, use the least amount of adjustments. Okay, from what you're seeing, I will be doing a parking tutorial. I have some parking tutorials where we actually have all the cones up. I'll repurpose those change the titles so YouTube and Instagram and TikTok will start showing you those. But I have an actual video where I had a client do the road test. We got the cones out and he prepared. So we're going to put some questions up. We're going to start a question in the A. What is your favorite type of cake? My favorite type of cake is a triple layer chocolate cake with peanut butter in there. What's one thing someone who's been driving for 20 plus years struggles on? I would say speed control. You want to go over the limit. I would say stopping and making a right turn on red. I would say using mirrors and looking over your shoulder. I think after about 10 years, we get comfortable. We don't check our mirrors anymore. We're going 10 over, 12 over, 15 over the limit. So what I need all of you to do is practice those good fundamentals. Drive through a school parking lot. Drive in your neighborhood. Practice making those right turns. Red velvet cake. Hey, I love red velvet cake. Man, that tastes so good. Again, what is your favorite type of cake? My favorite type of cake is a triple layer chocolate cake with peanut butter and chocolate in the mix. Love it. Let's keep going. So you got to drive through a parking lot because that's going to bring fundamentals back. You're going to be making right turns, left turns, go through a parking lot, and then you got to learn how to stall park, angle park, parallel park. What I take a lot of adults and teens on, we go deep into downtown areas. Downtown Detroit, downtown Houston, Texas, downtown Los Angeles, California, where you have to learn how to parallel park. Okay, you have to learn how to do your best. And when you learn to do your best, you're going to learn how to parallel park in that tight area. Okay, next, you got to check your mirrors regularly. A lot of beginners don't check mirrors. Hey guys, I'm looking for 10 thumbs up. If this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up, because when I answer your questions, I have not been to Zimbabwe before, but I love the country. I know it's an emerging economy, and there are a lot of drivers there who want to learn how to drive. Is it true that after the time you end up driving more, you feel traffic? You will feel the traffic flow. Love that. And when you feel the traffic flow, you'll start to be comfortable. The first 2 or 3 years, you're nervous, you're going too slow, you're going too fast, and then as a result, you panic. You might go too fast and below a light, get a ticket. You might go too slow and have to slam brakes, you'll get hit. It does take time, but remember, in that test situation, your tester, and this would be available on my stand store, your tester is looking for you to follow the book. You can't speed. If it's 50, you got to drive at 50. If it's 70, you got to drive at 70. You have to learn how to feel comfortable with yourself, because I won't be there as your uncle, as your mentor. Your mom and dad won't be there. You have to work on those maneuverability skills. You want to have to do your best. And when you do your best, you're going to be excited to learn how to drive. This is why I decided to put these topics together to help you and ask those questions, right? I have not visited Zimbabwe before, but I would love to. I would love to. And we never know where the journey's going to take me. If I get funding to have a driver's education school, social emotional, please keep putting in your questions. Do you turn your head and identify the target? If you're making a left, I should see you looking to the left. If you're making a right, I should see you looking to the right. These are some important skills that I need to see as your instructor, and they're to prepare you for the road test. Next, do you search 15 to 20 seconds ahead? Are you really looking at traffic? Or are you looking down? I'm looking down the speedometer. I'm looking down at my foot. I'm looking elsewhere. You've got to look ahead, okay? Next, dangerous maneuvers. Are you cutting off a car? You looked in your mirror, but you didn't check your blind spot. Nice. It's important that you understand. We never leave people. We always support each other. And eventually you're going to learn how to drive, because it's about independence. I don't want any of you to feel like you are not by yourself. You are with someone. This is a community. We always make sure the parents come before the adults leave. We always make sure parents come, because the problem is parents don't pick up their kids. Parents don't pick up. You want to look left and right before you go over a railroad track, because an automatic fail is if you stop on a railroad track. Okay, chocolate biscuit, love that. We can make a cake out of that, right? That's what he said. Let's keep it going. Next, let's talk about backing up and turning skills. Vehicle control when stopped. You got to be able to reverse in. If you're driving through a neighborhood, practice backing in driveways. If you're driving through a neighborhood, practice using your blinker and pulling over to the right. There's always serial killers in every single area. There's a serial killer, Connor, in your area, right? They're always serial killers. They're the type of people who go under the radar, okay? So you got to be careful. We live in a world today where there are cameras everywhere. There are the Ring doorbells. There are security cameras. There are the flock cameras, right? So it's harder today for people to do crimes, but crime happens all over the world. So remember that, okay? And it's really, you really got to be safe. So we always want to communicate. Also, I see a trend of parents tracking their sons, tracking their daughters. Your parents are tracking you. Find my iPhone, follow my phone. So your parents are watching you. We live in a community today that they're tracking you when you move. In your car, if your car is synced up to your Wi-Fi, people can follow you. Okay, let's keep going. Good question. Keep them in. Let's stay focused on driver's ed though, right? We're not trying to. Have you ever put a mask on the cameras? The answer is no. I'm not ashamed of who I am or what I look like. A lot of people are scared of how they look. And you'll see people doing random stuff, but the answer is no. We have cameras everywhere, right? Let's keep going. Search mirrors over the shoulder and select the target. When you're backing up, you got to look out your back window, okay? Next, steering. Are you using a balance grip of 8 and 4? Please give this a thumbs up and make sure all of you are subscribed. If you're subscribed, type yes into the chat, because if you're not really subscribed, you're just here putting comments in, it really doesn't make sense. If you're here really wanting to learn how to drive like other vehicles, a tow truck drives different than a car. A pickup drives different than a Tesla. But once you learn your lane line references, you'll be able to drive a big truck. You'll be able to drive a smaller car. Okay? Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you, D. Every car is a little bit different. They drive different. Truck drivers, there are truck drivers going to truck driving school. We were driving today. I saw a student driver who was learning how to drive a semi-truck, right? So how do you determine to press the clutch based on the speed you want to go? If you start at the traffic light, you got to push the clutch in to put it into 1. When you get up to about 15, you press the clutch, you put it into 2. Then when you're about 25, you put it into 3. If you're reversing, you have to stop. You push the clutch in, you put it into R. R is for a reverse. So those are some examples of clutch control. I love it. No, I'm not on patrol, but I have some law enforcement background behind me. That's not one of the lessons yet, but we talk about how to do off-road recovery. What is going on? See, how are you doing? This is Driver's Education. I'm driving with Myles. Of course, I'm an American. I live in America, but YouTube is a global platform. I could live in the UAE, I could live in Australia, but I'm an American. Are you an American? C. Next, 9 and 3 or 10 and 2. Those are different hand positions, okay? I'm in the Midwest. Okay, no, I'm not Indian. I'm African American. I live here in the United States. Although there are a lot of Indians who look at my content, there are a lot of Africans who look in my content, because this platform is a global platform. Now, what is your favorite type of cake? Hey, how are you doing today? There's some content creators that I look at are from your country. What do you think about the Pakistan-Indian War? I don't know enough about it to really comment on the war, but I need to become more educated about it so I can give you, what is the highest speed you've done in a vehicle? I have done 75 miles an hour. That's the max in our area. All cakes are my favorite. I love that. That's awesome. Hey guys, give us a thumbs up. We got to get 20 thumbs up. We're at 2. Keep asking those questions. So far, am I American? I'm an American. Palm cake. I like chocolate cake, triple layer. No, I love all people. Do you hate Indians? Okay, we all have to learn how to drive. Hate is toxic, and we're not trying to be toxic. Okay, hey, I like that chocolate cake. Love it. Real talk. The question is, favorite type of cake? I like chocolate cake, triple layer, peanut butter inside. So yeah, put in your favorite types of cake. Keep asking questions. Do you use hand over hand or hand to hand? Okay, let's get this thumbs up. Come on, we need double thumbs up. We have 2. Everyone needs to put a thumbs up in. I'm asking for engagement. Let's keep going. Do you identify targets? Do you search 20 seconds ahead? Do you look and identify your turn? Thank you. Click that button to get that thumb up. Thank you. Thank you. Let's keep it going. Are you able to judge speed and adequate following distance? A lot of beginners don't do that, adults and teens. How many countries have I been in? I've been to Montreal, I've been to Windsor, the United States. So I've been to 3. Do you have to stay in your lane or not to drift? You have to stay in your lane. Now, if you want to learn how to drift, that's a special class you can go to. You got to have a special vehicle. Is there a left turn signal above? Some have the left turn signals. I love the questions. Some do not. I have not been to Mexico, but I've been down to Texas, and we might take a trip to go to Mexico. I have a enhanced license, so I can go to Canada. I can go to Mexico. I can go to the Caribbean islands, okay, because I have an enhanced license. And I suggest all of you do that. So no, I have not been to Texas, but I've taught Mexico, but I've taught students who've been to Mexico. Do you select the nearest lane? When you're learning how to drive, turn in the nearest lane. Keep your turn short. Turn in the nearest lane. I love the questions. If I get the opportunity, I would love to come to India. I know it's a very populated place. I know you guys drive on the left. I know there are a lot of manuals. I know how to drive a manual. I know how to drive an automatic. I have an enhanced driver's license. I have a chauffeur's license too, so I can drive a vehicle up to 12,000 pounds. Okay. Also, check traffic and signal. Okay. Make sure you subscribe, so you can get notifications when I go live, so you can contribute. Okay. Do you verbalize adequate gaps? My son has been a Belo Horizonte, Brazil. He played for Team Galo. Okay. 2 years ago, they went to the championship, but they lost. How can you tell if you're going the wrong way? The signs. You'll have signs that say wrong way, one way, and the cars will be facing you. Good question. Let's keep going. I like the question, so let's keep it going. Next, do you look for open spaces when you're making a left or right? Do you obey traffic signs and signals? Again, all of you need to give this a thumbs up. Click that thumbs up so we can tell the algorithm this is good content. This is what's needed for people. Curves. Enter the curves at the appropriate speed and position. Next, please show slow down to construction zones 100%. There was a construction worker struck and killed last summer because people are driving too fast. You've got to go slower construction zones. Curves gradually increases at the speed of the apex. Thank you. That's powerful. Thank you, D. Maintains proper lane positioning. Are you going in too fast and then you drift out? Let's talk about lane changes, checks, and signals. You got to look in your mirrors. Do you turn your head to check your blind zone? No steering wheel movement. If you turn your steering wheel while checking your blind spot, that will be a deduction. Keep your questions coming in. I love them. Next, maintain proper speed and following distance. Keep good speed, keep good space. Accelerating on the freeway if available. You guys need to listen to this. Number one, do you accelerate at the proper speed? It needs to be a third gear merge. You're probably saying, what's a third gear merge? When you make that right turn, you're in first. A third of the way down the ramp, you're in second. When your car hits about 25 to 35, you push the gas pedal down. That's that third gear merge. That's going to give you enough power because of the gear reduction to get your car up to speed. A lot of beginners go out at 35 or 40 too slow. Next, do you slow down in the deacceleration lane? Not on the expressway. If you want this list available to you in the next 24 to 36 hours, I'm going to put together this list and post it in my Stand store. There's a link in the bio. You'll click it. You'll be able to look at my Stand store and purchase this list for you. Also, if you want to talk to me in a one-on-one consultation to help prepare you for driving, I am available. You click the link, you'll see available time. If the time works for me, you'll sign up for a time, you'll pay, and then we'll be able to talk. So that's very powerful. We've had about 100 people do that. And I'm glad that I joined the Stand store. They're doing a great job. Next, do you prepare to stop or merge in the flow of the traffic? A lot of beginners panic. They don't accelerate. And if you don't accelerate, you won't do well. You will slow the flow of the traffic down. Let's talk about safe driving behaviors, guys. Put in your questions. Let's go. Safe driving behaviors. 1, do you automatically put on your seatbelt? If not, fail. 2, do you maintain proper speed? Neighborhood, residential, business. Number 3, maintain safe following distance, a 3-second gap. Number 4, identifies and understands and responds appropriately to traffic signs and signals. What do you mean? The light just turned yellow. Do you safely stop or do you speed through? And if you speed through, that could be a failure. Next, understands different vehicle capabilities. Efficiently shares the road with all road users. Semi-truck, dump truck, school bus. You have to be able to share the road with all people. If this is giving you value, give this a thumbs up. Next, do you yield to pedestrians? You always, thank you for the thumbs up. You always want to yield. What do you do when you have a blowout? You want to get over to the right, R-I-G-H-T, to the right side of the road. Turn on your 4-way flashers, get the car completely off to the right. If you feel comfortable and you have a spare tire, you need to change it. If you don't feel comfortable and traffic is too heavy, you're going to have to call for a tow truck. I love the question. I've had blowouts before, one in Wisconsin, one in Texas. They scare you. Next, demonstrates the ability to select a gap and avoid hesitation. D, thank you. I want to say thank you to all the people with the great questions. I will go live later today. Bye, guys.